Here's a powerful motivational speech to inspire you to take charge of your life and unleash your potential. The power within you. Today, I want to remind you of something crucial. You have within you the power to create the life you've always dreamed of. There is greatness inside you. Every challenge you faced, every obstacle you've overcome has only made you stronger, more resilient, and more capable. You are not defined by your failures, but by the courage you have to rise again. You are not the sum of your circumstances, but the product of your decisions. Every single day you make choices about how you respond to life's ups and downs, choices about how you treat yourself and how you treat others, and that's sometimes life is tough. It tests you. It throws obstacles in your path. But the truth is you are tougher than any obstacle. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is their ability to keep moving forward despite the setbacks. It's about persistence. It's about resilience. It's about getting back up after life knocks you down. It's about saying, I will not let fear or failure control me. I will not allow excuses to hold me back. I want you to hear this loud and clear. Excuses are not the answer. They are a choice. And today I want you to choose to leave excuses behind. Choose to embrace responsibility for your life and your future. Choose to see every setback as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to come back even stronger. You see, you don't need permission to live the life you desire. You don't need anyone's approval to start chasing your dreams. The only thing you need is the will to act, the determination to push forward, and the belief in yourself to make it happen. You have the power to choose your path, to choose how you define success, how you define your worth. Your journey might not always be easy, but remember that the most worthwhile journeys rarely are. Embrace the struggle. Let it fuel you, not defeat you. Every drop of sweat, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt, you can turn it into your fuel for greatness. The world needs your voice, your passion, your unique gifts. There are people out there waiting for what you have to offer, and the time for you to step into your power is now out. So stand tall. Own your choices. Own your actions. Believe in your abilities, even when the world around you doesn't. And never forget this, your potential is limitless. Let's make today the day you stop looking back at what's holding you down and start looking forward to what's lifting you up. Success is not about luck. It's not about circumstances. It's not about what you were given or what you lacked. Success is about one thing, getting it done, no excuses, no delays, no compromises. We live in a world full of excuses. People blame their failures on everything: lack of time, lack of resources, lack of support, bad luck. But the truth is, excuses are the barriers we build between ourselves and our goals. The moment you eliminate excuses from your life, you unlock the doors to limitless possibilities. The truth about excuses. Excuses are comfortable. They give you a reason to stay where you are, to avoid hard work, to justify inaction. But let's be real, excuses don't build success. Action does. Think about the most successful people in history. Do you think they never faced obstacles? Do you think they never had bad days, self-doubt, or failures? The difference is that they didn't let those obstacles become excuses. They found a way to push through, to fight harder, to keep going even when everything seemed against them. The power of responsibility. Personal empowerment. At its core, responsibility gives us the power to shape our own lives. By owning our actions, we take control over our future. Whether it's in our career, relationships, or personal growth, the ability to make decisions and be accountable to them brings a sense of agency. The more we embrace responsibility, the more we realize that we are not passive recipients of life's events, but active participants. Building trust in relationships. In relationships, whether personal or professional, responsibility is key to building trust. When someone takes responsibility for their words and actions, it signals reliability. This fosters healthy communication and mutual respect, which are essential in any connection. People tend to gravitate toward those who stand by their commitments as they offer a sense of stability and confidence. The growth mindset. Responsibility is integral to a growth mindset. When you own your mistakes, you're better equipped to learn from them. It's not about perfection, but about growth through learning. In moments of failure, responsibility challenges us to reflect on what we could have done differently and pushes us toward improvement. Instead of blaming circumstances or others, it asks us to focus on our own ability to adapt and change. The burden of responsibility. On the flip side, responsibility can be overwhelming. The weight of knowing that our actions can have far-reaching effects on others can be heavy. It may feel easier to pass the blame or avoid tough decisions. However, this avoidance often leads to stagnation or resentment. While it can be daunting, responsibility also forces us to confront challenges head-on, leading to greater resilience over time. It's a balance of being empowered, but also acknowledging the weight of our choices. Leadership and accountability. Leadership requires a deep sense of responsibility. Leaders who are willing to take accountability, especially in difficult situations, earn the respect of those they lead. It means not only taking responsibility for successes, but also acknowledging failures and learning from them. Great leaders inspire by showing that responsibility isn't about control, but about ensuring the well-being of the group or team. Their responsibility fosters trust, motivation, and a sense of shared purpose. Responsibility towards society. On a broader level, responsibility extends to our communities and society at large. We have a role to play in ensuring justice, equality, and sustainability, whether through voting, volunteering, or being mindful of our environmental footprint. Individual responsibility can contribute to collective progress. The power here is realizing that small actions, when multiplied, can create significant societal change. In essence, responsibility gives us the power to lead with purpose, grow from our experiences, and make a meaningful impact in the world. It may feel overwhelming at times, but ultimately it's a source of personal strength. How do you see responsibility impacting your own life? Does it feel like a source of empowerment or pressure? The moment you take full responsibility for your life, everything changes. When you stop blaming circumstances, other people, or external conditions, you take back your power. You stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating the opportunities yourself. How to stop making excuses and get it done. Identify your excuses. Be brutally honest with yourself. What are the excuses you keep repeating? I don't have time. I'm not ready. I don't know how. Recognize them for what they are: mental roadblocks. Take ownership. No one is coming to save you. Your success is your responsibility. The sooner you accept that, the faster you can start moving forward. Focus on solutions, not problems. Excuses focus on what you can't do. Winners focus on what they can do. Instead of saying, I don't have enough time, say, how can I make time? Set clear, non-negotiable goals. If your goals are vague, it's easy to make excuses. Define exactly what you want and make a plan to achieve it. Develop relentless discipline. Motivation fades. Discipline keeps you moving. Train yourself to take action whether you feel like it or not. Surround yourself with action takers. The people around you influence your mindset. If you're surrounded by excuse makers, you'll become one. Find people who push you to be better. Excuses are a choice. Every day you have a choice. Make an excuse or make progress. The harsh truth. The world doesn't care about your excuses. Results speak louder than words. Excuses are a choice is a powerful statement because it acknowledges that in any situation we have a degree of control over our responses and decisions. When we make excuses, we're actively choosing to deflect accountability or responsibility. While life certainly presents challenges and it's tempting to lean on excuses, they often serve as a way to avoid discomfort, growth, or the effort needed to make positive change. Here's a breakdown of why excuses are a choice. Avoidance of responsibility. When we make excuses, we're essentially telling ourselves that we're not in control of the outcome, whether due to external circumstances or other people. But the reality is we always have the ability to choose how we respond, even if we can't control the situation itself. This is where taking responsibility comes in, recognizing that while we can't always control what happens to us, we can control how we deal with it. Comfort over growth. Excuses often come from a desire to stay comfortable. Facing tough situations or being held accountable can be uncomfortable and challenging. Excuses allow us to stay in a space of complacency where we don't have to take action or confront failure. However, choosing excuses over taking responsibility can stunt personal growth. Growth happens when we step out of our comfort zone and confront the challenges head on. The self-deception trap. When we make excuses, we're often convincing ourselves that we have a valid reason for not doing something or for not improving. While some excuses may be rooted in legitimate struggles, the act of constantly leaning on them can be a form of self-deception. Over time, we might start believing that we are powerless or incapable of changing our circumstances, when in reality, we're just avoiding the work needed to make those changes. Empowerment comes from accountability. Choosing accountability means choosing growth. When we stop making excuses, we open the door to the possibility of real change. It's acknowledging that no one is perfect and we may make mistakes, but we have the power to learn from them and make a difference in the future. By holding ourselves accountable, we regain our sense of agency and empower ourselves to take action. Excuses and self-sabotage. Excuses can also lead to self-sabotage. By offering reasons for not pursuing goals or for giving up on aspirations, we're essentially trapping ourselves in a cycle of inaction. This cycle can become habitual, where each new challenge or setback is met with an excuse rather than a solution. The longer we indulge in excuses, the harder it becomes to break free and push toward what we truly wanted to achieve. Shifting perspective. Ultimately, whether we make excuses or not comes down to how we see the situation. Are we focused on why something can't be done, or are we focused on how to make it happen despite the obstacles? Shifting our mindset from an excuse-driven perspective to a solution-focused one can be transformative. It's about taking a proactive stance in life and deciding that we are capable regardless of the hurdles. In short, excuses limit our potential by giving us an easy way out of facing the challenges necessary for growth. Embracing responsibility and accountability shifts us from the mindset of limitation to that of possibility. It's empowering to know that when we stop making excuses, we open ourselves up to personal transformation and new opportunities. If you want success, get it done. No excuses, no waiting, no justifications, just pure unstoppable action. Now go, make it happen. Get it done.